There are 3 different methods for propane tank evacuation: venting, flaring, and reclaiming. The procedure your company adopts will be based on corporate policy, established safety procedures, and the guidelines set by your local authorities having jurisdiction. Venting involves attaching a propane vent stack to the propane fuel tank and venting the propane into the atmosphere. Propane should be vented slowly through the stack by opening the service valve, allotting enough time for the propane to fully vent and disperse. Vent stacks should be at least 15 feet tall. Venting of propane should never be done at ground level. Consult your local authorities having jurisdiction and your propane supplier before attempting venting procedures. Flaring a propane tank is like venting, except the propane is burned off using a stack burner rather than venting the fuel to the atmosphere. Because flaring involves igniting propane, you must follow basic safety precautions when undertaking this procedure. The burner should always be positioned at least 25 feet from the tank being emptied, any ignition source, dispenser, or other propane storage or buildings. And leak testing of all necessary hoses and connections should be done before initiation of the flaring process. As with venting, you should consult your local authorities having jurisdiction and propane supplier before attempting flaring operations. Reclaiming propane from a fuel tank involves pumping the fuel from the source tank into a second storage tank using specialized pumping equipment. Propane evacuation pumps are ideal for removing fuel from a fuel tank because they can remove not only the liquid from the tank, but some evacuation systems can also remove the vapor pressure. When transferring propane to a second tank, the holding cylinder must be monitored so that it does not exceed the 80% full mark or the target tank's pressure rating. Using an evacuation pump is the preferred method of evacuation because they are air-operated, thus reducing ignition sources around the evacuation site. They reclaim the propane for future use, and they are better for the environment. Venting and flaring propane requires advanced skills for proper implementation, while reclaiming with the proper equipment can be performed by any trained automotive technician.